It's BP day. It's BP day. We're trying to get better. It's BP day. All right, today on Hitting with the Nation, we have Alpha, Beacon. More importantly, we got people here. We got Rob Banks playing for Cheap Suits, right? Cheap Suits Conference A team. We got Ms. the usual. We got Jared Whitmire, and we got me, Cole Campbell. Today, we're just going to have a BP. It's a beautiful day out. Sun's going down. And working on our tee work to start off. Ms. working on some fielding using the Easton hammer. But let's get in here. Rob Banks is doing. That's a smooth, level swing right there. That's how you hit the line drives. Well, the other day during my BP session, I was talking about moving your feet. John Williams, a legend, he's been playing this game at the high level for a long time. He suggested that I do move the tee, and he's more talking about if I'm trying to hit a specific spot on the line. If I just move my feet up here, then that kind of changes my angle. So he's talking move the tee according to what angle you actually want to practice. So I can definitely understand that. But today I'm just working area. I'm just really trying to hit the ball on a line to the right side. Not necessarily working my line shot, just getting loose in this instant. So for speed of BP, just gonna move my feet up. Oh. Stay tuned. In this BP day, we're gonna race around the bases and see who has the fastest times. And I'm trying not to pull a hamstring. That's it. If I don't pull a hamstring, I win. It doesn't matter what time. So what I'm trying to do here is, realistically, I'm letting that ball fall almost all the way over the plate. When I step forward, this ball is almost behind my back shoulder now, and this is a push ball. I'm also really trying to keep my bat up and level. I'm not trying to dip whenever I take my step out. I'm not trying to dip, because then I swing through it, and that's where you have your foul outs, your pop-ups. Try to keep those hands up and attack. And then you find that happy medium to hit the line drive. You have a certain thing that you were working on earlier when you were...
So basically just trying to get my hands to be able to spin the ball a little bit. My thing
is to have a little bit of spin?
I want a little bit of spin, that way it hooks away. So if left field is playing some in the gap, I can hook it towards the line. If they're playing me on the line, I can hook it where it falls down in front of them instead of them trying to be able to run up and catch it, just to get it over the infield a little bit.
And that's something that I've learned. Once I learned like this cut swing, it was great in like, D, C, maybe B. It got you a little distance, but also the more up you get, you're not burning outfielders. The ball's just staying up in the air longer.
Right.
So that's cool that you are purposely flaring it to
try to just get it away from a defender as much as possible, whether it be spinning away or spinning down in front. Appreciate you.
And so when you're doing that, you're getting your hands a little bit more out in front of your barrel, so it rolls and flares off of it.
Exactly.
Oh! Got to be quicker than that. All right. I'm hitting a dinger here, so it doesn't matter where you're playing. I'll go 360 dead center wood bat. That's all I got. That's it.
That's a good swing.
All right, down the line. without moving up in the plate and being obvious, you're going to have to catch it out in front, and you are going to have to kind of get your barrel around it as you open those hips. It'll come around.
There you go.
Now I'm just trying to get it head level.
There it is.
Anything, actually, you want it at the feet or you want it over the head. But what I tell people when they're aiming for gaps or aiming for, I tell them to aim for the head level of infielders, because generally, if it's the trajectory of head level, it's going over them.
Right.
If you're like, you see early when the first time people switch to like a 5-man and there's huge gaps and people like aiming for the gaps, but they pop it up because they're aiming for the gaps instead of just hit that thing head level. So feet or head level. Ooh. That one skipped up.
You all right, Miz? Yeah. Thought we lost you for a minute.
Oh, see, and that's the overswing. So try to think of this in your head. Fast bat, not a hard swing. Like when they say go hard, that's a different mentality. You want a fast bat speed. You don't want to swing so hard that you're using muscles you're not supposed to and pulling away from the ball. Just think of fast. You want any more tee work or anything?
You work on your thing.
Oh yeah, I was just trying to get you some work. That's it.
Oh yeah.
And don't worry about me either. Like, you get what you want to get out of this.
I got you.
When's your next event?
We got Seattle in 2 weeks.
Okay. So do you practice for the event coming up? We started to do that, right? Like if it's a 300-foot field, we started.
Right.
If it's a baseball field or smoky, like you change your BP up, right?
I try to work on what kind of swing I want to bring in to that weekend. So like when we go out to the duel, big fields, but like I try to work on getting top spin in the gaps. That way when the ball goes out there, it just drops down and it rolls instead of hanging up in the air too much with that thick ass air out there. So that's like one instance. And then when I go to Vegas, I try to work on hitting line shots that just either clear the fence or it's going to hit the top of the fence and stay in.
Well, in Seattle, the first tournament is a regular one.
Right.
And then the second one's unlimited.
And is an unlimited one like on a baseball field too?
There's one big field.
Okay.
And then the rest of them are small. Well, I wouldn't say small, but not
as big.
Not big.
Gotcha. Just me. That's it. Just a little guy. There we go.
It's really good last-second adjustment with your hands because all those have been a little high.
And just kind of got to get on top.
You kept your hands up and stayed smooth.
That's like the two-strike approach. I keep the whole at bat pretty much. Because you never know with some of these umpires.
Well, how do you feel about like swinging at the first strike you like?
It depends on, I guess, how the pitcher's been pitching. If it's my first at bat or not. If I haven't seen the pitcher before, it depends on how that looks. If I know the pitcher, if it looks good to me, I'm probably gonna go for it more likely than a pitcher I don't know.
And you test the lines a lot?
Situation, yes.
Okay.
So
because
like
someone that tests the lines a lot obviously would not want to get strikes on him as.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll try to look for that situation and I'll go for it first swing, of course.
Everything's coming out of my hand weird. I need a stronger index finger.
All that deck building.
Too strong, yeah. I was drilling all that. That's what it is.
That trigger finger tired.
Dadgummit.
And that's what I try to work on in Florida. Just top hand over the infield. Because if you do something like that, that's gonna hang up all the time. How do you hit a
top hand ball? Because that's something. How do you hit a top hand ball? It's something I've always struggled with because I have such a cut swing.
Right.
So what do you aim at on the ball? How do you swing to make it happen?
I try to get my top shoulder up as much as I can. So when I'm going for it, I try to adjust and keep it smooth right then and there because then you roll over on top. A lot of times, like the bigger guys I know, when they try to hit home runs and they miss it, that's where the top hand comes from. Me, I just try to shoot for a gap and then my top hand comes naturally for the baseball swing.
But okay, so it's a baseball swing, so that means you're at least going up at it a little bit, and then you're hitting middle top of the ball.
Pretty much. It's like it might come off good, but then once it gets past a certain point, it just spins back down.
Yeah. I've ingrained hitting that bottom side and cutting through so hard. I wish I could do it, because that's honestly, that's one of the best swings you can have.
Right.
Is that over
just
the infield.
Rather than infield and let it roll off somewhere.
Too short with the outfield, can't catch it. Yeah, man, that's foul, but that's money.
Hey, I'll take that.
So what's the difference between a home run swing and the top hand swing? You just got to hit higher on the ball?
The pitch selection for me.
Okay.
If it's at my chest and I swing for it, most times it's going to go over the fence. If I feel like freeing up. Most times, if I don't want to, I'll try to stay straight through, catch it out front, so it just line shot through.
Okay, so you catch it a little bit more out front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Home run swings are a little more up here my shoulders, and that's why I just kind of free up just like that compared to like this.
Okay. So a little bit lower might be slightly easier to do the top swing. What about that pitch? What do you do with that?
That one is where I go left center field. That's all I really try to work for. Work for that world swing in Florida. That's it. And that's the spin-off.
That's probably landing. That's one of those balls where they have to decide, am I about to dive for this or not?
And if you fuck up,
and if they dive and miss it,
it's gonna be running for days. That's the best part. Watching them kind of make a false move out there.
Come on, Jared. Let's say you got a strike on you. Not to give away your secrets too much to all the conference people, because I know they watch my videos religiously. What's your order of shots? Like your number one shot that you like to do? Let's say you have a strike on you. What do you go to next generally?
It is going to be right left center gap. I just look for which pitch you're about to throw me. That's it. And I make that adjustment mid-pitch. If I see it's coming outside, all right, keep the hands back a little bit, go there. If it's staying on the middle end, turn on it and see what happens.
Do you worry about the defense? Do you worry about where the 5-man is? Or
you see, I never really pay attention to the infield too much. I must worry about the outfield.
Okay.
Because if I get it through the infield, that's extra base hits. That's all they want me to do. Get on second base, get on third base. Infield, they've adjusted enough to where they're good, to where they can go dive and get a ball to cut me off at a single or whatever. So at the level I'm at right now, playing against higher teams, don't really look about the infield too much. I look about where the outfield's playing me at.
Do you ever try to like chop a ball down and run it out, or you always?
I haven't gotten that swing down yet to where it could be legal, I guess.
You just generally go for the gap.
Yeah, flip got it down pat, me not so much.
All right, you got 2 outs here. You got a strike on you, so got to hit your spot.
And that's where I go. Adjust.
That's
and
a
go
gap
there.
shot to me.
Appreciate it. Felt good. That's the adjustment. I wanted to go right there. I saw ball floating out. Adjust, get the hand back, pushing that gap.
And you just sit back a little bit longer, let the ball get a little deeper.
Yep.
Hey, just.
Okay.
You want me to do it?
And you can give the mic to Miz if you want.
Hell yeah.
I ain't talking.
Why not?
I mean, you don't have. Hey, I can turn it off. You don't have to. You got a chain on?
No.
Okay. Yours was small. KP had this giant chain, and he put the mic here, and every time he swung, it was like. And I didn't know it until later. Yeah.
Yeah, load. That's what it says.
I did the review when Miz was out of town in Florida, so he's mad at me.
Yes, I am. Very mad.
Take it out on the ball, Miz.
I told him to wait on me, and he didn't. I feel like he's just cheating on me.
Don't Bradley Jones. You can't Bradley Jones. Don't do it. You're not doing it right.
Right here.
You're not doing it right. Stop tapping them.
They're short.
I can't see it.
Fine.
There.
Do you see that?
Short. Woo! All right, dude. All right, calm down.
Come on, man. See. Everything is right here. Come on, dude. Stay back.
Okay, here's what I'm seeing. You're swinging at bad pitches, and you're not adjusting to the pitch. If you're going to swing at it, hit it, okay? If it's short, go down and get it. Or don't swing.
I'm just warming up. See? Told you.
Hit me one foul. Now do it without dipping. There you go.
All right. Yes. Whew. Whew. There it is. Right.
You got to leave early?
Appreciate you, man.
You got time if I ask you one question real quick?
What's up?
All right. So, how many years have you been playing softball?
I started really playing in 2016.
Hold on.
Yeah, so I started actually playing in 2016. Year before that, I was just a pinch runner. That's all they let me do while I was in college. They just said, yeah, you fast, but we don't want you hurting the baseball swing or anything. Just run hard. So that's what I did for like 2 years. And then
you played baseball in college?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a walk-on at Coastal for a little bit.
Nice.
Fun times.
Nice.
But when they finally let me play in 2016, found a little D team, had a run at D Worlds. We got double dipped. You know, shout out Smash Mouth to North Carolina, the worst team in the Carolinas. Got double dipped by a team out of Cali. Played C the next year. The C team folded, went to B mid-year with True Sports out of Virginia. And then
how did you get hooked up with
True and all them?
Well,
so,
like let's say the D team to the C team. Like,
so when I got to the D team, my boy Bradley Scott hit me up and said, hey, look, I got a team for you.
Okay.
Do you want to play? I was like, absolutely. Got hooked up with them.
Was that baseball connection?
No, B. Scott played softball, so he's been around me when I was doing pinch running stuff too.
Okay.
So like he knew me from just being a freedom runner, and I knew
Y'all in the same area.
He was in North Carolina. I was in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at the time.
Okay.
And he was up in I want to say around Greensboro area, and he got me with the team out of there of North Carolina. Played with them, and then when I moved back home to Virginia, all the guys from Virginia, they knew that I was down there in Myrtle Beach playing ball too.
Yeah.
So they got me hooked up with True Sports with Reggie Smith, and those guys knew my dad when he played. So, oh yeah, you little Tommy's son. Oh, you the oldest. So yeah, that's where that connection came from. And so I rode with them for a few years. Played my first year of conference with them in 2019, and that was a blast. I didn't care if we go 0-2. I was excited to be in the conference because I made it a goal for myself to play at that level one day. And so finally got the chance to, and it went up from there. I moved down to Texas 3 years ago as a nobody, which is fine. Nobody knew me, played my own game, and then bam.
Did you did you get picked up on like a Texas B team or where did your conference start from Texas?
It all started, I picked up with Dallas Prime for the North or the South at BLD. I think one of the last years they had at BLD. And we had a great tournament. Then we took second place in the C bracket. At the time, I was still ranked B. So I was a drop down for them. We took second place to future ones in the C bracket. And John Kings made a post, and oh yeah, Rob Banks did his thing, hitting this, hitting that. Had a few plays of me making out there in center field. And Billy Ward hit me up in the DMs and said, hey, we're looking for an outfitter. Like, would you be interested? I was like, absolutely. So yeah, Billy Ward got me from Dirty Vegas from the North or the South tournament. Now he played, that was my second tournament in Texas that I played.
And it's history after that. Yeah. Now isn't Cheap Suits ranked number 1 A team right now?
We're the number 1 A team. We're top 3 in the conference right now.
All right.
So
well, keep doing it, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you, man. Appreciate y'all inviting me, bro.
Jared, you up? You said you weren't going to swing a lot because you got a tournament tomorrow. You still feeling like that?
He's a minute.
Use your first 10 or 15 to just see the ball and find the barrel. You're just warming up, man. Yeah. It was a great hit, man.
Yes, I got that one right here.
Jared, do you feel like your brain is all over the place when we're giving you all these adjustments?
Last time, 100%. This time, not as much.
I just texted one of my guys that's doing swing coach stuff, and he was kind of saying like, "Oh man, it seems like I'm working on so many things at once," and I was trying to like relate it to him, like it's like the gym where you can't just go in there and bench press 315, and even if you only work on that, you will still only be working on one muscle. So like if you're just trying to work on power, the rest of your game is not. So I said, dude, slow it down, take some time. When you work on some things, then you don't have time to work on other things, and those might suffer. So you just pick one thing at a time and just kind of ease into it. You're not gonna fix your swing in one thing. Do you feel?
Guys that play D and E, they don't touch a tee ever.
Yeah.
Like
Those that don't know, one of the dangerous balls somebody can hit is this man right here. He cut the ball so well that sometimes these balls do not want to touch the ground. It's hard to read.
All right, so I'm just working on pitch, going on pitch here. I'm gonna see the ball as deep as I need to.
See what I'm talking about?
I'm gonna try my Rob Banks. Oh.
Oh,
I can't do it.
you ain't gonna do it. That's a natural thing.
Can't do it. Not for me. I just got to go back to cutting sklizzlers.
Look at that.
Sklizzle.
Man, those so pretty.
So what I like to do when I'm
So
really
pretty
going a
shit.
little bit harder, I like to sink down in on my back leg. I mean, it's what we've been saying for the last several things, staying stacked, but I get a little bit lower so I can hinge that leg in. It just gives me a little more power, and I just go from here. And I find helps my bat path, helps my power. And I make sure to hinge that knee in. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, we're wrapping it up today. You know, not much going on this BP. Just getting some swings out. I will say, if you want some personal help on your swing, I had a lot of people reach out to me after the last BP day. We were working with Jared. You saw how you can possibly be the person that's being helped. All I do is take videos of you hitting off the tee, hitting live. You send me videos through Messenger or email, and then I kind of give you a breakdown. I hope that I could help you get better on your swing. But just know it is a process, all right? I'm not going to tell you, oh, do this with your hands, and then magically you're batting 800. That's not how it works, okay? So until next time, Gahlee! Peace. Hi there, Cole Campbell here from Hitting with the Nation and partnered up with Smash It Sports to finally bring you guys a tool that's going to be one of the best time savers and back savers for anybody that likes the game of softball or baseball. It's called the BP Buddy. So we got it here. They are finally in, and let's check it out and see what all this fuss is about. Now, as we get into this, here's the tube. Now you have an end cap, which is an extra end cap, and then you have an end cap that is already affixed on it. Handles on the inside with instructions. You have the nuts and the bolts for the handles. The design will pick up fast pitch 11-inch and 12-inch softballs. It'll even pick up baseballs. You don't want to use the same end cap for softballs and baseballs because it will open up to the size of a softball. Now, when we're going to put on the handles, you want the bolt on the inside and then this nut with a cover on the outside. One of the only tools you might need is a little socket. It's 3/8. Now, once fully assembled, the BP Buddy, all you got to do is push down on the balls and it will hold 10 balls. As you push to the 11th, it should pop up top. So if you're far away from the bag, you can still not have to bend over, just get the next ball and roll it or throw it to where you need it to be. And you can continue to do that for as many extra balls as you have. Once you get to the bag, you can dump all 10 in, no problem. There you go. Easy as that. If you do BP 2 or 3 times a week, spend your time where it matters, getting better, not picking up the balls. Get a BP Buddy.